Okay, so let's go into point number two.
Okay, so point number two is gratitude attracts opportunities. Gratitude doesn't just change your mood, it changes your environment. When you express appreciation sincerely, people feel seen, valued, and inspired to pour back into you. So, according to this study from Psychology Today, reports that gratitude strengthens both professional and personal relationships by up to 66% because it builds trust and reciprocity by business. In business, that means doors open faster, collaboration flows naturally, and the right people are drawn to your energy. So, in my own journey, I've seen this truth unfold time and time again. When I transitioned from the corporate role to the digital space, I didn't have all the answers. I didn't have, um, you know, gratitude. I started thinking those who supported me celebrated every small win and appreciated every new connection. So that shifted everything. Suddenly, opportunities started finding me, mentorship invitations, partnerships, collaborations, and people who resonated with my message. So it wasn't luck, it was the energy of gratitude at work. I know that a lot of times, Sandy was already talking about it at the beginning, how a lot of times we are not really grateful for the things that we have. And a lot of times we complain more than we're thankful, thinking, and complain about, I don't have this, I don't have that, or I wish I had this, or I don't know why I keep getting sick. I don't know why this keeps happening to me. And so we complain and complain about all the things that we think we don't have, but yet we overlook all the things that we do have, the things that make us happy, the things that we are allowed to do each day, just the simple fact of having health, being able to walk, being able to move and do the things, for yourself, and not depending on other people. There's so much, just being able to see the light of day, and having a meal on your table. So there's so much. If you really think about it and you make a list of all the things that you have, you're going to see that you have so much more than what you think you lack. So gratitude is a magnetic um, gratitude is magnetic. It tells the universe, I'm ready for more, and I'll cherish what comes. So when you're grateful for what you have, you're opening the door for more. So you're going to have more of that abundance, more of those things that you're grateful for. You're going to receive more. When you lead with appreciation, in your content, in your conversations, in your community, in your relationships, you don't have to chase opportunities. They begin to chase you. So, when you have a grateful heart, when you really have that, um, just that inner gratefulness, and you have that peace, and you can see all the things that you have that are overflowing in your life. You're going to start to receive more because you're grateful for those things that you have. A lot of times we don't acknowledge the things that we have, and honestly we have a lot. Whether you think right now that you don't have much, just sit down and make a list of the things that you do have. And you're going to see that, wow, I do have all these things. And something that my parents always taught me is that as long as you have health, you're healthy, you are in a good start to work to have more, or to be thankful for the things that you have so that you can have more. So it is just the power of gratitude. Just be grateful, and like he said here, the universe is gonna give you more of that. So that's what I have for this one.
Thank you, Isabel. Yeah, so Isabel talk about gratitude attracts opportunities, and so when you are in that positive um, and be thankful, like a grateful vibration, you attract that, and people, they get contagious to your positive vibration. A good quick example of that is I remember I was driving one time, and I was in a bad mood because something happened to me. And then suddenly, like the red light, was on, and so I had to stop. And then when I shift my side to the side, there was this gentleman sitting on a bench, on a park bench, and then he smiled to me and say hi. So at that moment when he say that, like, it made me smile, and then I say hi back to him, and then it totally changed the way that I was feeling before. So it does work. When you are grateful, you change, that vibration, you spread that vibration to others around you. Okay, so let's go to point number three. So point number three, gratitude builds resilience. So there was a time in my life when challenges felt like roadblocks, and I think a lot of us, we face so many challenges in our journey, in our life, so when I work in the film industry, I had the long hours, the constant uncertainty, and the exhaustion, that often left me questioning if things would ever change, um, and I love what I did, but I also knew deep down that, as time went by, that I wanted more balance, more peace, and more meaning. So when I decided to start my digital business, I brought the same question with me. And that is, what if life throws me challenges my way again? And of course, it did, because growth always comes with challenges. Learning new system, facing fears of visibility, and stepping into a completely different world, tested me more than I expected. Okay, it tested my mindset. But this time I had something new that changed everything, and that was gratitude. Because life and business will always bring challenges, but gratitude helps you bounce back faster. Okay. So every time something didn't go as planned, instead of focusing on what I lost, I ask myself, what is this teaching me? Okay. Or it could be, what is it that is better? There's probably something better for me, ahead that I can see right now. So that shift in mindset turned frustration into fuel. So according to the Journal of Positive Psychology, found that grateful individuals recover from setbacks 30% faster because their mindset focuses on lessons and not losses. And that has been true in my journey. Gratitude helped me reframe obstacles as invitation to grow. And I think one of those first lessons I learned starting my journey, is learning, that my mindset wasn't strong. So um, thus that setback, I'm grateful because I learned so many things from that lesson. So in moments of doubt, I give thanks, not because everything is perfect, but because everything has a purpose. So in moments of struggles, I remind myself that the lesson hidden inside the challenges is preparing me for the next level. And it does. It did on that occasion, So the next time that I face the same challenge, but in another platform, I didn't see it the same way. Why? Because I learned from it. So I was grateful for what I learned before because it is shaping me along the way. So in my digital business, I've seen time and time again the people who practice gratitude don't just survive setbacks, they thrive through them. They find new ideas, they find stronger connections and deeper faith. So for me, gratitude is more than an attitude, it's a strategy. It is how I stay grounded in faith, hopeful through uncertainty, and joyful in the process. So every blessing I have today, from the freedom to work on my own terms to the community that surrounds me, began with one grateful step. And yeah, I'm very grateful for the community, especially on this journey, because um, through my journeys, I had three setbacks, and thanks to them, I was able to bounce back. And I love what Musimola actually, one time she mentioned, even the motivator sometimes needs to be motivated. So I always remember that. So next time you face a challenge, pause and find one thing to be thankful for, because gratitude doesn't just change how you see your circumstances, it changed you. Okay, so that's your message for today.